Alright, so today we're not going to be taking a look at another Strive video, but we are instead, or a song I should say, but we are going to be doing a small stick modding guide. It's going to be short, not really too much of a guide, it's just something that I wanted to do to my Pearl after I went and modded the one that's being given away, which that is going to be ending soon, so get yourselves in there. It should be open for a few more days. It's pretty much the last week to get in on it. So if you want to win something like this, then you better get in. But I'm done talking about this. We're going to be talking about a sponsor, which is going to be the coldest water bottle. Yeah, I've been doing that throughout the month because I've been using this thing a lot. I do like this water bottle, and I do have the link down in the description where you can, in fact, get yourself something like this and get a discount code. Get that discount code and get yourself a little bit off. And yeah, anything that you buy through those links is going to help the channel. So if you want to support the channel, then you can do that. What we're going to be doing is nothing too severe. We're going to be doing a, well, actually, you know what? I should just leave it as a secret. We're going to be swapping the buttons out. We're going to be swapping the ball top and the dust washer and the shaft cover. And yeah, we're going to be doing some just general modification stuff. I've done this a million times before, but it's kind of like doing a build all over again. I wanted to make this thing look cool. I want to use this thing more often. And I think I have just the perfect thing to do it with. And for that mod, everything is I bought through Arcade Shock. I didn't get supplied anything by Arcade Shock. This is all stuff that you can buy off their website, and I will put links down below where you can get all this stuff if you want to make this look like what the stick is going to become. So let's go ahead and where did I? Got a box full of stuff, and I don't know, this might give it away already, but we're going to cut in closer, and we're going to take a look at what's inside, and I'm just going to lay everything out, and we're going to mod this stick. Play some Virtual Fighter or Guilty Gear, whichever one I feel like plugging into. And yeah, we'll get right back here as soon as we're done modding it and showing off the gameplay. So we're going to cut to it right now. We're going to be saving what all we're doing for last. So let's first, we're going to have to unscrew this top plate, or the plexi. I'm never really too worried about saving these things. If you want to, you can. Usually they always get ruined in one way or another, but yeah. If I can salvage these, it'll be nice. We're gonna need ourselves our little screw tray because we're gonna be taking out a lot of screws for this. So we got 6 on here. Let's go ahead and get these off. Now, one thing when unscrewing from the plexi, just make sure you don't scratch the plexi, or when you're tightening it down, don't over tighten these screws. You will crack the plexi. You'll crack the plexi, and it's not going to be fun. You'll see little cracks that appear like around where the screw tightens in, and if you do it too much, you'll just break the plexi. All right, we got that, right? That's step 1. Step 2 is to, wow, this thing is fairly dirty. This one does not look nearly as clean as my other one, huh? Or as the one that I'm giving away. Either way, let's go ahead and unscrew these, if I can get it in there. All right, unscrew it, take the bottom part off, and we'll be like halfway there. Make sure that you unplug this little guy right here. from the... Ooh, this thing is all... You see that? See if it'll focus. Hey, you see like that weird residue? Huh, it's even on the back. It's kind of hard because it's plain white, but you can kind of see the gray. Huh, wonder what the hell that is. It kind of wipes off. That's starting to fall off now, as you can see. That's starting to come off. We want that. That makes it easier to do this next part, but we don't want you to come off right now. Get back in there. So we're gonna do this. You guys should be able to see that just fine. Flathead goes into the little flathead notch right here on the bottom of it. We're gonna turn this counterclockwise. So we're doing counterclockwise in the screw. We're pulling clockwise. We're doing counterclockwise here, clockwise. Yeah, we're basically doing the opposites here, if you see which way my hands are turning. But once you get the initial bit and it starts to unscrew itself, then the ball top will come right off. So get all of that. Take those off, throw them somewhere. Might use those. I like keeping white parts around. They are very versatile for different kinds of builds. Anyway, so what we're gonna do next is we're actually going to unplug everything. And just like that, we have removed the top plate and pretty much all the buttons. We're gonna save that because we're gonna need two of those buttons. But we now have the husk. We grab two of these buttons here. I just need the two on the end. We're gonna put the new top plate on, which you guys can already see from the reflection that it is the Astro City one. This is actually really cool. I thought that I was gonna have to get a plexi and it was gonna come with the artwork. That's a separate layer than a clear plexi. But Arcade Shock decided to put it on as like a vinyl. You can see like right here, it's a kind of vinyl decal that's underneath it, and that's really, really convenient. I like that. And this is something that you can get. It only costs about 30 bucks for the plexi and the artwork combined. And yeah, they'll ship it to you like this. It's actually shipped very, very secure. I've ordered a couple of plexis and stuff from them in the past, and nothing has ever come damaged or broken. So we're gonna just slide it on right here like that, and we're gonna get it tightened back on. Just remember, finger tight. We don't need to go any tighter than that. These actually come from Quanba themselves. So what's really nice about that is because it comes from Quanba, these are actually the exact fit. Noticed from other companies and just basically anybody who's ever done this in the past is even though it's shaped exactly like it, sometimes you have to kind of force it in because it might be half a millimeter or a millimeter too long on one side. And it always feels like it's gonna crack or I'm putting too much pressure on it, like the Obsidian that I have with the Makoto artwork and everything. I've had that issue where it didn't crack, but it didn't fit perfectly. This is actually the perfect fit. This actually just dropped right in like it came from the factory. But we need to do this because we aren't going to be able to do the peel until... We aren't going to be able to do the peel if we do everything before, if we put all the buttons in and all that. And ooh, that is very, very shiny and amazing. I love it. This is cleaner than any artwork I could have had made and printed out. Even if I had printed it out on paper, like the high quality paper, stock paper that you use, I couldn't have gotten it this clean. The next thing to do, actually, will be the ball top and all that. So, now it's not 100% exact because I didn't want to buy 8 new buttons I just want to replace the 6. It's kind of standard to have 6 buttons on the Astro City layout, but we're going to be using these Sanwas. These are the screw-in types, which I prefer screw-ins vastly over the snap-in buttons. Now, one of the hardest things about screw-ins is that sometimes they just don't fit, you know? And hopefully these do. This is going to be a real pain in the ass if they don't. Oh boy, we're already running into issues, boys. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's not going to fit. Awesome. Usually the Noir layout doesn't give issues with it like this, so very strange that we can't actually do this. Huh. We weren't able to use these guys. These are the original, these are the ones that you used to screw in to the Sanwas, and it turns out that Sanwas are very bulky. If you take a look at these are very thick. They're thick boys. And they're fine thread, so the only real direct replacements are from Crown, because the ones, or Seimitsu, probably Seimitsu's will work as well, although I couldn't find those. I'd have to dig some more. But the other issue that I encountered is that with this one right here, see how it's moving? Is because the PCB still interferes with how screw-ins work here, and that's because it is a Noir layout. Because it's Noir, the buttons go up and curve in as opposed to going slightly up and mostly straight. So they go a little bit above and then they kind of curve a little bit, but because of that, the PCB housing wasn't changed at all, so it conflicts directly with this. So this button is going to be kind of loose, but it's not going to fall out. And also, I'd rather have it like that instead of it not working at all, because we can't, you know, we just can't use the Sanwa ones. So, what we're gonna do now is not get our wires all screwy. And we're going to just plug this back in and get to playing on it. The one thing too is that you'll notice that sometimes when you press it, the button will go into the housing. The way that I do that is by pushing on the button itself underneath. If you've ever seen why my hand is underneath the stick when I put buttons back in, that is the reason, is just to stop it from doing that. This is a funny story. The Fusion Sapphire, the one that's behind me now, the one that's was my main stick for a long time. I originally had see-through blue buttons on there. If you guys are old guys of the channel, you'll remember the days when I had see-through blue buttons, and I hated how those broke. I wanted to switch them out and keep them, but all the tabs broke on them. And like when I was taking them out, some of them even broke when I was pushing them in to the stick. So they were broken for the longest time, the tabs, these little guys right here that snap in. So they were broken, and I basically had to just live with buttons that would hang out if I wasn't directly level with the stick, or if I had it at a 90-degree angle, the buttons would come off or would fly out. But I never had them like actually fly out on me while I was, you know, actually playing on it. So they're not gonna come out. They're not gonna come out, but it's kind of a similar thing. This is more secure than that. And yeah, no, I remember those days. That was fun. Gotta screw it in, and we will be back. And there you have it. That's the entire thing. Now, I thought this was going to be actually rather stress-free. At least that's what I thought, which is why I record everything that I do on these videos. Because what I thought was going to be a straightforward, let's just replace the buttons, and, you know, we're putting a new, you know, faceplate on this thing. We're giving it kind of, you know, a little facelift. You know, we got it we made it look like the Player 2, you know, Astro City layout. Turned out is a little bit more difficult than I thought. If I had just gotten snap-in buttons, then this wouldn't have been a problem. But because I just don't like how snap-in buttons work, just fundamentally, they've always broken on me. I've even had these solid color ones break. And these solid color ones are never, you know, like, they're not supposed to, right? They're not supposed to break, but I've had them do that before, especially the transparent ones. And yeah, there was another issue where, because I got the screw-in ones, the PCB interfered, firstly, with this button right here, which is, it's not gonna really go anywhere, because I had to get new washers. These ones, they don't work, they're too thick. So yeah, they're not gonna work in this build. They probably would have worked if I had done it on this guy over here, but I wanted to do it on this one because this is the Vuelix. The other issue that I ran into was that, what was the other issue that I ran into? Oh right, these washers are too big. The screw-in washers for Sanwa are actually really bulky, and because of that, the Noir layout has these buttons just slightly closer together, and that means that these guys, how did I put them away if I'm gonna grab them again? These guys couldn't screw into each other, couldn't screw in next to each other without getting caught. And if you try and reverse it like you do on some, like you can on some sticks, or on some buttons, you get the cog effect where they lock together and they don't want to move because one of them's already tightened down. So, case in point, it seems that both Quanba didn't account for screw-in buttons like the San was to get put into the Noir layout stick, and thus these don't work. And then at the same time, I guess Sanwa never accounted for having to put it in a layout where the buttons would be close enough, so they never tooled these to be thinner and to fit. So they both suffer from the same problem. Either way, everything else came out pretty simple and pretty easy. The arcade shock, you know, the print is very clean and very pretty. I love it. Just for reference, actually, I should get up and grab the other one because I have shown it off in video before, but I've actually never shown. Most of you guys are new, so you guys haven't seen it. So let me go grab it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the ivory, which is very, very dusty. Oh my God. Anyway, this is the ivory. I bought this a long time ago, secondhand, off eBay, and I wanted to make it look like what I did here. So this one is a little bit different because it actually says on here, it says do an electric, arcade, you know, dynamic, shape, you know, everything that you see on here is essentially the same. It was just my own take on the arcade, you know, the Astro City layout. So not entirely exact, but I wanted it to be kind of like a blend between P1 and P2 with the green and the pink. And these buttons right here, this pink, looks more like the pink that you would get on the Astro City layout, at least to my eyes. This is a limited edition pink from Seimitsu. These are Seimitsu buttons, and this is a Seimitsu lever. And yeah, so this was my attempt, and I think this looks really cool. But this is very easy, very clean, and I love how this looks. The colors they pop out a lot better than, you know, on mine. But, you know, that's just the way things go. Arcade Shock, they've got really good stuff that they got going on. I'm rambling, but no, their prints are really solid. Their prints are really good. I've used their prints for quite a few things. I've used their vinyl wrap service. This is, I believe, the second time I've gotten artwork from them, and it's always been really, really clean. and I like how it came out. This is much better because it's a vinyl wrap, or it looks like a vinyl wrap that's underneath the plexi. And yeah, it looks great. You know, it plays great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the one that I demoed before. This one's no different. And yeah, with that is the video. So don't fall for the stuff that I did. Like wanting to get rid of a problem by creating an entirely separate problem that I had no idea would happen in this stick. And Sanwa or Kwamba, if you guys ever see this, I know it's expensive to retool stuff, but if one of you could, you know, fix the issue, that way screw and buttons work on this without having to go and dig up other washers, then that'd be greatly appreciated. But until then, that's me. This has been a fun little modding video. This is one of 2 modding videos that's going to be going out. I've got another small little modding project that's going to be coming out in a couple of days. I want to get that kind of taken care of. And we'll be back with more arcade stick videos and, you know, all those other things, the rating videos and stuff. So until then, I'm Dan. This is HurtboxTV. If you liked it, then you know what to do. You can comment down below. You can say whatever the hell you want, I guess. And yeah, I'm going to be linking down in the description everything that you can go to get this stuff early. And there's a Patreon where you can get these videos, all of these big important videos of mine, 24 hours in advance, or roughly 24 hours. It's usually just the day before. There's the coldest water bottle. These guys have been pretty cool. You know, I like this bottle, like it a lot. And it isn't me just reading some sort of ass-pull ad. They actually sent this to me, and I've just been using it the entire time. I dig it. So there will be links down on how to get yourself one of those, and that helps the channel out. Teespring, there's a bunch of merch that you can grab that will help the channel. And yeah, there's still the giveaway for the other Quanba Pearl that I have. And yeah, just go to the Gleam link down below. Go to Twitch if you want to support us there when we do get back to streaming. And with that, that's everything. I think that's all the plugs. So I'll see you guys in the next video, whether it be rating or arcade stick wise. So keep a lookout for that. All right, take care, everybody. Peace.